much more stringent than they are today. You actually had to be able to read a schematic to pass a test. Today, it's nothing. Anyway, back then you had to also learn Morse code at 20 words a minute. At least I get the class license that I have right now. So things have changed a bit. Things have changed a bit in the hobby. I still do enjoy it. But, you know, as you see, ham radio is now more representing the general demographic that you see across the population today than it did back in those days. A little bit of civility has seemed to be lost, in my opinion, on this hobby. So I don't know. Last few years I've been somewhat disappointed in some respects, but in others I still enjoy the technical aspect, and I still do a lot of design and work and build antennas and build amplifiers, and I don't know, the SDR has been very interesting. And I was kind of curious what company you had. You mentioned you had a ham radio company, and I guess you said you sold some of non-radios. You're right, they're very difficult to get used to. But I did it back when they first came out. In fact, I started with a Flex Radio series of radios back in the early 2000s, when you actually had to build one up from a number of PC boards. And being a software guy, it was rather daunting, but I did get used to it. It forced me to learn a lot about computers, which I don't know much about even today, I must admit. I just got done installing Windows 10 and 11 on a couple of machines. What a pain in the butt that was. Anyway, I ramble on, Mike. I got to grab a cup of coffee and get going on with today's activities. Good to hear you. Rob, great signal here. Mike, back to you. Sorry about the old buzzer transmission, but that's what us old guys do. G3SCD PE9PE on the side from K1KW. Go ahead, Mike.